What women never admit about sex. Most men don't realize there's an invisible side to sex they've been overlooking. And by the time they figure it out, it's often too late. In this video, you'll uncover 8 truths women keep hidden. And if you missed the last one, you may never fully understand why some experiences leave her emotionally hooked. If you're new here, welcome. We drop daily men's dating advice. Hit like if you're ready to improve, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out. This is Dark Facts 2.0, bringing you the raw truths most people never talk about. 1. She sometimes fakes confidence, not pleasure. People always talk about faking pleasure. But here's the real secret. Women often fake certainty. She might seem bold or wild in bed, but inside she's wondering, do I look awkward right now, or does he think this is weird? It's a performance of self-assurance one she'll never admit she's putting on. And this is important because many men think confidence equals enjoyment. But often it is just her way of trying to keep the energy flowing. She fears that if she shows hesitation, you might lose interest, so she creates an illusion of control. Deep down, what she really wants is reassurance without having to ask for it. The man who can sense this and ground her in the moment becomes unforgettable to her. 2. Sometimes the anticipation matters more than the act. There are moments when the buildup is more electrifying than what actually happens in the bedroom. It's like planning a dream vacation. Imagining it is half the thrill. She'll never admit it because it sounds unromantic, but the tension, the teasing, and the waiting often light her up more than the final destination itself. This is why texts that build suspense, subtle touches before the moment, or even eye contact across the room can ignite more fire than the act itself. The journey is the high and the destination is just the conclusion. 3. She notices how you treat yourself even in private. A woman might not say it, but she pays attention to the care you put into your own body and space. The way you move, breathe, and even the vibe of your room creates a silent narrative in her mind. It's not about perfection, it's about energy. If you're disconnected from yourself, she feels it. If your room feels neglected or your body language shows tension, it silently communicates that you are not fully present. When you treat yourself with respect, she feels safe to let go. When you neglect yourself, she feels the need to protect her own energy. This is why self-discipline and self-care matter more than men realize. 4. Small surprises mean more than grand gestures. Women will rarely confess this because it sounds too simple. But a spontaneous, subtle touch or whisper at an unexpected moment can light her up far more than elaborate plans. It's the difference between a sparkler and a fireworks show, quiet but unforgettable. The truth is that women live for moments that feel raw and real. Not every intimate memory is about intensity. Sometimes it's about the tiny details that remind her you were fully present. That is what makes her remember you years later. She sometimes wants to be completely selfish. There are times when she secretly wants intimacy to be all about her. No reciprocation, no balancing act. But she'll rarely admit it because it clashes with the idea of being fair or giving. It's a fleeting primal desire she keeps tucked away. At these times, she wants to feel worshipped, to feel like she is the only focus. If you can sense when to give her that space without her asking, it creates a bond that feels irresistible. It makes her believe you understand her without words. Certain compliments can pull her out of the moment. Ironically, words meant to boost her confidence can sometimes make her overthink. A well-meaning comment about her body might send her mind spiraling into self-analysis. She'll smile and nod, but deep down she's now focused on how she looks, not how she feels. Instead of enjoying the moment, she's running a silent checklist in her head. Did I look good just now? Am I positioned right? Does he actually mean that compliment, or is he trying to cover something up? The best compliments are about how she makes you feel rather than how she looks. Because that keeps her connected instead of distracted. 7. She reads your silences more than your words. What you don't say during intimacy often echoes louder than what you do. A pause, a hesitation, a shift in your breathing, she's hyper-aware of it. While you think it's nothing to her, it's a puzzle piece she's trying to decode. Silence can either make her feel secure or insecure depending on the energy behind it. If your silence feels heavy or distracted, she feels disconnected. But if your silence feels grounded and intentional, she feels safe. Presence without words speaks louder than any line you could say. 8. Afterward, she remembers how you made her feel, not what you did. Techniques fade, positions blur, but the emotional imprint you leave lingers. She may never admit this out loud, but the thing she cherishes most is whether she felt seen, safe, and alive in your presence. That's the story she keeps replaying long after the lights go. This is why you can do everything technically right, but still fail to make her truly remember you. Because the real connection comes not from what you do, but from the emotional state you create together. And the men who understand this hold the real power in intimacy. So remember, these truths are rarely spoken out loud, but they shape the way women experience intimacy. Ignore them and you may never fully connect. Understand them and you unlock a level of closeness most men never reach. This is Dark Facts 2.0, bringing you the knowledge they will never admit but always feel deep inside.